I'm very happy to record another video. I'm so tired. I had such a long day today, but I felt the resource and the need to record, so I'm here. I'm sorry for the lighting in my videos. It's one thing that triggers me so much because I'm a perfectionist, but my mentor always teaches me that if you seek perfection and you don't do anything until everything is perfect, you're never gonna start. So yeah, I'm just doing my things. I'm just pursuing my purpose in this life, and I'm starting from what I have. So I'm very happy to do that. Also, do you like gloss on me? I never wear gloss, it makes me feel sticky, but I decided to wear it today. So I'm just doing something new as well, just trying some new things and trying to understand myself better and what do I like, why don't I like certain things, and this is not about gloss. So the most asked topic to me from my friends, from some of my followers on social media, is about narcissism. And this makes me, from one side, very happy that people, they ask for advice on something they are struggling with, which can be a narcissistic person in their circle. And on the other side, it makes me feel very sad because it's like narcissism is a thing we just take like a normal stuff in life. We usually do not understand the danger of that situation and the danger of the people who are narcissists, whom we are surrounded with. And unfortunately, I learned a lot about narcissism, not because I studied it actually later, but not because, I went to university, I'm a psychologist, I'm none of that. I learned it on my own skin and on my own blood and on my own tears and on my own stress and on my own health, because I had to deal multiple times in my life with narcissism, because I was in a circle where most of the people are narcissism, which is business, which is money, the circle of money. Because a lot of people you see on social media, they have a lot of money, like 99% of people who have a lot of money and who like to show their wealth, show everything they have on Instagram. This is a narcissistic trait. And it depends, of course, on the person and on the purpose they have by sharing it. Maybe they want to inspire, that's very great. But unfortunately, I had to deal with a lot of narcissistic people in my life, and I had to heal, I had to recover. And let me tell you, what are the first signs when you can understand a person is a narcissist. First of all, you should learn to detach from people, and this is a thing that's going to protect you from a lot of unwanted situations and a lot of unwanted people and a lot of unwanted stories in your life. This is going to protect your peace. If you learn how to detach, what does it mean? I am an anxious attachment person, okay? I attach very quickly to people. I attach super, super quickly to people. Well, as soon as I meet them, I just attach. I used to be like that, but I worked on myself to take away this trait, okay? Because, girls that maybe they had a hard childhood, let me say, or they didn't they weren't given all the love that a little girl deserves in her life, they start to seek validation from men, a lot of men, especially older men, especially men that we look for a father figure in. This is a psychological fact. Like, we cannot discuss it because it's a study. Okay, it's a psychological fact. But not only, maybe girls who grew up with an abusive or with an absent mother, they go and seek this validation from older women who can be your teacher, who can be whatever. Okay, you seek validation from those people, and usually we look for. So what happens in our brain? Like what's the psychological explanation of this? So we try, for example, me, I grew up with a very absent father, who also was abusive towards me, towards my mental health. And so let me do this example on me. I used to look for older men, okay, or just maybe not older, but I used to look for men who had the same patterns as my dad, subconsciously, because I wanted to make that relationship work, because it was like healing the relationship with my father. So it's like a challenge to a traumatized person to go and fix an issue, to go and build a relationship with someone who was as abusive and who was as absent as your parents when you were young. And this is very scary if you think about it. So we don't need to think like, oh yeah, I have daddy issues. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. I love sarcasm. I love sarcastic reels, jokes, and all that stuff. But we are talking seriously right now. This is not a joke because it's super, super dangerous for you and for your mental health. Because when I was surrounded with narcissistic people, I had, how can I say this? Because some words I cannot tell here in my videos. I had thoughts about unaliving myself. This is how dangerous it is. This is where it gets you. And I'm not kidding. I'm not joking, okay? Because toxic people in your life, they make you feel worthless. They make you feel like you are worth nothing in this world. And this is not great. This is not a good thing, okay? You just choose, okay, to make this thing break you or build you up. And when you are in that situation, so what are the first signs? Your body gives you signs, okay? Usually we do ignore signs from our body. And so first of all, narcissists, we don't see them from the start, because from the start, it looks like it's the best person in the world. It looks like you're like having this connection that you never had with anyone else, because they know how to behave. They know how to get you. They know how to, click you up to them, to make you attached. And usually they give you mixed signals, which is called love bombing, okay? What does it mean if you don't know this term? It means that this person like gives you all the love, all the attention, all the appreciation, all the approval you seek for, and then they just take it away. Then like they disappear. But when they come back, they just give you so much love, so much attention. They make you feel so great that you just forget about the disrespect. So our brain is built in that way because we are much more powerful than computers, okay? Remember that our brain is much more powerful than computers, and our brain is programmed to make us forget the shit that happened. They make us forget the negative things that happened. So we just remember the positive things, okay? For example, when you break up with somebody, you go and tell your friends about it, and you were like, yeah, but he was such a great guy. He treated me so well. He was so gentle. He was so genuine. And your friends, like, they tell you, do you remember the time that he was texting other girls? Do you remember the time that his name was under every naked woman on Instagram? You do not remember the shit because you have some emotions involved. So that's why I really recommend to build some friendships, okay? Build some connections with genuine people, because when you go and ask for advice, you cannot give some advices to you because you have some emotions involved in that situation. But a third person, which can be also a therapist, they do not have emotions involved, so they think with a cold mind, and that's so important, okay? I don't know if this term exists in English, a cold mind, but you understood me. So our body gives us signs. It gives us literal signs, okay? So when I was in a super narcissistic circle, and I'm not talking about relationships only, I'm talking about everything that was going on in my life. I was surrounded by narcissists, and I started to feel so drained. So I didn't do anything that day. Maybe I was just a chill day, like a day like another, but I always felt so tired. I was tired, like not physically, but I was mentally tired. I was feeling so tired to the point where if I was rotting in my bed and I had to go to the bathroom, I couldn't get out of my bed. I was so drained and so tired. Like I cannot tell you how much struggle I went through just to get out of my bed and go to the bathroom. And I'm not kidding. I always had headaches. I had migraines like so bad. I had problems with my tummy. I don't know how to say it in English, but I had like a disease. And I felt so bad, like literally worst time of my life, because my body was dying. Like my body was dying from itself, because in my mind I had thoughts of unaliving myself. So my body was unaliving itself on its own. And this is not a joke. Why did I have those thoughts? Because the people I was surrounded with, they put in my mind that I'm not worth nothing, okay? That I didn't have any skills, that I couldn't do anything with my life unless they were in it, which is actually like it doesn't work like that, because as soon as I left all those people, I did so much more with my life than what I did with them by my side. And they make you feel so worthless to the point you start believing it. And this is why talking like affirmations work, okay? This is why affirmations work, because what you hear, how you program your mind is how your life is going to work out. So as more times you hear like you're worthless, you don't mean anything in this world, you don't know how to do this, you don't know how to, you're ugly, whatever, okay, your brain starts accepting this information as true, because our brain doesn't know what information is true and what is false. So it just gets like everything is true. Okay, as you say, as you wish, like your wish is my command. There is this film about the law of attraction, which is called The Secret. I'm sure most of you already watched it. And if you didn't watch it, go and watch it. And there says that everything you say, the universe says, your wish is my command, or God, whatever. Your wish is my command. So everything you hear, as more times as you hear, you start believing it, like it's on a subconscious mind. I cannot explain it to you with words because it's on a subconscious mind that we start believing. We start reprogramming our brain, or people around us start reprogramming our brain to the point that we believe what we hear the most. So you start believing that you are such worthless around those people. You start believing you have nothing done in your life and you're never going to do anything. You start attracting this, okay? And I started attracting the worst things in my life, like the worst things. I'm not going to tell you about the danger, multiple times where I went through dangerous situations, because I believed seriously in what the people around me told me, to the point that I didn't know who I was. I lost myself, I lost my body, I lost the connection with my mind. I was so depending on those people. I thought I couldn't live without them. So my life started going through shit. And the first thing after my health, because the first everything to fall apart was my health. The second thing was my money, was my income. It fell so bad. Like from making good amounts of money, I started making like zero or very, very small amounts of money. I was working, I was doing the same actions, I was doing everything as I used to do when I earned big amounts of money, but I stopped receiving money. This was a reflection of what was in my brain, of how those people were programming me, okay? That I was worthless, that I didn't have no skills, that I couldn't do anything, okay? And I started just seeing those things, because thoughts are material. They materialize in this world. So everything you think about, it just materializes. So my money, my income went down. Then, of course, actually, before losing my income, I lost all the people around me. I lost all my friends. I lost the connection with my family, to the point that those people that were in my life, I started like, I'm not saying hating my family, but I started to be distant from them, because I thought my family was toxic. Like those people, their plan is taking away everyone from you so you can rely only on them. I lost everything. I lost my life. I lost everything that was important for me. I lost everything that was making me live. I lost everything that made me happy. I didn't have anything left. And if you think narcissists, all that shit that I'm talking about, they do it on a subconscious level. They do not understand they're narcissists, okay? Because it would be so easy. Maybe some of them understand it, but they feel like, yeah, I'm a narcissist. I met those people. I swear to God, I met people that were like, showing up. Yeah, I'm a narcissist, I know that. But that's not cool, bro. Like, that's actually embarrassing and disgusting, okay? So, if you think that narcissists choose weak women, okay, or weak men, whatever, because there are also narcissistic women, don't worry about it. There are, okay? They choose actually strong people, because with a weak person, it's super, super simple to manipulate them. Like, you do not even fight, they like challenges, okay? They are people, they do like challenges. They do like to do something. They like to work for getting something. So they choose very strong and women of light, because they want to suck it up from you, suck your light up. And because it becomes a challenge, like the more difficult is the woman, the more the narcissist is invested with you, because it's a challenge to this person to get you up, to take you in his league. So narcissists choose very strong women. And if you watch my videos, I'm sure you align with me in somehow, because if no, you wouldn't watch my video and you wouldn't pop up into my channel, my account. And so be aware that those people are choosing you for a reason. And that's a good reason, because you're a strong woman and you should be even stronger just to leave, okay? Just to go away. So I did so much work on myself. I did everything. Like I struggled a lot. I died inside of me a very, very big amount of times to become this version of me. And I'm not giving anyone anymore the privilege to manipulate me, to get me 100%, because no one is ever gonna have me at 100%. Because the only person that has me, it's myself. I rely only on myself. I do not care, okay? I rely only on myself, because I sacrificed for those people a lot of things in my life, a lot of goals I could achieve, a lot of things I could have, I wanted to have, that now, after I killed myself by staying in those environments 100 million times, I was like, I hit rock bottom, but seriously, like rock bottom for a lot of time. I stayed in rock bottom several months, a lot of time. I would not let you have me this easily. So we have to train our brain to put ourselves as a priority in our life. Because as soon as you put yourself as a priority in your life, and that's what God wants from you, is for you to put yourself as a priority. Because once you do that, everything in your life is going to align with you. Everything in your life is going to be better, okay? Everything in your life is going to grow. Your income, your friend circle, your self-esteem, okay? Your looks, everything is going to grow in your life as soon as you put the time you spend on shitty people, on worrying about stupid problems, on whatever, into you. Everything in your life is going to shift. Everything in your life is going to change. And I'm telling you this because I went through it. I went through it. I hit rock bottom. I stayed in rock bottom because I didn't go up easily. I stayed in rock bottom for so many times that I was so fed up of my life. I had nothing to lose anymore. I had nothing to lose anymore. And when a girl, I have my friend, and she was in this very bad relationship. This man was a narcissist, of course, and she was feeling so bad. She was literally like, this girl was hitting rock bottom as well. And she was like, oh my God, what should I do? I didn't tell her to leave because I know nothing's gonna change. Like, you already know you have to leave. You don't want to leave because you are scared of being alone. And that's a thing that, all the people in this world have. Because once I heard this quote and it really, really changed my mindset, that we are, all the people, we are same because we are scared of being alone. Why are we scared of being alone? Because our brain was programmed that we need to show our ego. When we are alone, we have nobody to show our ego to. We have nobody to be egocentric with. So our ego programs us to being scared of being alone, because if our ego remains alone, so if we remain alone, who is going to feed our ego? Who is going to feed it? Nobody. So you should just beat this fear of being alone, because once you beat it one time, there's no going back. Like, it's like once you learn to go to ride a bicycle, you will never unlearn it. Like, you can stop riding bicycles for 20 years. Somebody will get your bicycle. You know how to ride it. Same thing with start to be alone, with learning how to be alone, how to be good on your own. And that's the best gift you can do to yourself in this year. It's learn how to be alone, at peace with yourself, and to be there's my cat here. I don't know if you can see him. So once you are at peace with yourself, how to get to that point where you're at peace with yourself, you should forgive yourself. Because as I told in my previous video, we cannot be at peace with ourselves until we forgive ourselves for staying in environments, for staying with people, for allowing people to disrespect us. That's the most painful thing a person can go through after an abusive time of their life, after they are surrounded with abusers, is forgiving yourself for not leaving earlier, is forgiving yourself for allowing those people to disrespect you and not leaving them and not blocking them. So first of all, you should forgive yourself. How do you forgive yourself? You just get to know yourself. You just start to spend time alone. You just go and do things that do really scare you. Because for me, there were a lot of things in this world. I was scared of everything. Once I left all the toxic environments I was in, I had so many fears that all the other people around me programmed me to. I had so many fears. And the first thing I did, so my first fear was traveling alone. The first thing I did was going and buy a ticket with my last money, because I swear that was my last money, because I was like rock bottom. As I told you before, I went and I traveled alone. So I traveled 3 countries alone. And so I beat my first fear up. My second fear was starting to post on social media. I procrastinated this thing for 6 months, okay? For 6 months, I said, I will do it tomorrow. I said, I will do it once I come back from my trip. I will do it after the New Year's, whatever. I started to procrastinate a lot, because I was scared, okay? It was, those were like excuses. I built it up for myself just to not admit to me I was scared. But one day, it was like a random day, I swear. It was a random day, one of the first days in January, and I was procrastinating again. And I was like, I just took my finger and I didn't think with my brain. I thought I was doing shit with my finger without having my brain connected, okay? And I posted my first reel. My fear went immediately away. I posted my first video on YouTube. My fear went immediately away because I was jumping right in my fear. Because the quote says, when you're scared to jump, that's exactly when you jump. That's so true. Just do it. Just don't think with your brain. Think with your body. Like, do that. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do to go up and build your new limits and go on new limits and set new goals, set new standards for yourself, so you can become better in this life, so you can become every day a better version of you, a better woman, a better person that serves to this earth something positive, that does things for yourself. And that's it. Start to live this life for yourself. Don't do it to buy a house for your mother. Don't do it to show the people what they lost, to take revenge on people. Don't do it for your boyfriend, your husband, your kids. I do not care. Live this life for yourself, because I did a lot of trips, and I love to meet people. I am a very, I'm a very sociable human being when I'm in the right places. And I love to meet especially older women, because I love to listen to their life experience. And one thing in common that every elder woman that I met told me is they regret of not living for themselves. They regret not leaving their husband who was, blocking their growth. They regret not changing their job 100 million years ago, because and continuing with this job for the rest of their life because maybe somebody told them to, or because they were scared. They regret. So everything I could say, like, what's the resume of this? They are regretting of not living this life for themselves. So we should learn. We should not just listen. We should start and take action and learn from other people, from their experience, because you can study, you can go to university, you can read a million books. Nothing is going to teach you as much as your personal experience of life. And if you can get and listen to the personal experience of another person in this world, you just literally, you saved so much time. You save so much time because you gain somebody's experience, but you should gain it. You should not just listen to it. You should just gain it, okay? And so, yeah, we should start living this life for ourselves, because we do deserve it. We do deserve to have a wonderful life. We do deserve to be surrounded by people of light and not of dark. And we do deserve to have the best thing, because we can get everything in this world. We just sometimes will limit ourselves with our mind. And I do not like limiting people. I do not talk to them. I just close my relationship with all the limiting people I had. And maybe sometimes new people appear in my life. There are people that limit themselves in their mind. I don't know what type of people, because I know how people influence you and your character and who you are, who you're going to become in the future. So the thing I can tell you is stop limiting your own thoughts. Stop limiting your own thoughts and realize you're a woman of light. Be aware of that. Be aware of that shit, because it can get you into dangerous positions. But you have to be smart enough and to have even more light and to beat your fears up and to jump in your fears and to go and achieve your goals and your dreams. What you want to do in this life.